A little bit of technical difficulty getting started here. Sorry, guys. We're a little slow this morning. What the heck? It still will not update for me. There it is. There it is. Good morning, race car fam. That's all I got because my voice is busted.
I don't know if you can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me, Poland? I like your dinosaur. Yeah. It's a little bit. There's a little bit of a lag between my audio and Poland's audio, so you guys are gonna have to give us a little bit of a break. All right, don't roast us too hard.
There's something wrong with your audio.
There's something wrong with my audio. Is that better?
No.
Hmm. He said no. Let me try to turn my mic off and on.
It's real staticky and cutting in and out. I don't know what the dealio is.
That's how yours is too.
What
That's
about
how
that?
yours sounds to me. It sounds kind of staticky and cutting out. So. Oh well, I try to turn my mic off and on. If can you guys hear me in the comments? Okay. Morning, Dennis. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Hollis. Anyway, we both had a very exciting weekend, Poland. They said that people in the comments say that it's clear on my end. Yours was a little bit staticky, so we'll just roll with it. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. It's all good. We'll just roll right through it, man. I didn't get much sleep, so my energy level is kind of like. Sorry, guys. Poland probably the same way. We've been going crazy, man.
Yeah, I was up this morning at it's actually we're an hour ahead of y'all, so I was up at like 5:30 this morning.
Can't hear you at all now,
Um
Poland. I don't think. Never mind.
Hello. Anyway, we were up at 5:30 this morning. We put a head gasket, so we had to have the motor to we actually had Bischoff's engine services to come and visit Uncle Tony over here, get some repairs done. Gonna try to get the motor back in the car by Thursday.
Uh, this is a rough one. I know. I think what Poland's saying is that they had head gasket issues. It's just cutting out. I think they could hear you and we could hear you, but it's just cutting out. So if I remember right, they had head
Yeah.
gasket issues. They thrashed on 50 Shades of Brown. Got it ready, but I think that's it. Kind of cost them. All right, let's jump into Charlie Rich. So let's just talk about Charlie Rich getting a W on Hit It From the Back. Shout out to Charlie Rich getting the W. Sorry we having technical difficulties, boys. That's what happens when our audio guy and whatnot is sick. Scott Taylor getting the W up there with Poland and the boys, hanging out with Jimmy Dale and Poland at the Outlaws. He won the Outlaw 32 class.
Big Scooter. This car is rolling.
The Little Gangsters winner, Big John. Took the Little Gangsters class up there with Poland and Jimmy Dale. I'll let Poland kind of talk about that here.
Yeah, Big John Top. He went to, he was at World Series of Pro Mod. He's been following it around. He actually told us that he runs the 850 stuff. He runs quarter mile stuff. But it's so hard on the nitrous cars. Trying to run quarter mile all the way out the back door on the nitrous car is hard on him. So he loves the 530 index stuff. And the dude's competitive. He just had some bad luck on some of the races that he's been to. And then this one just happened to be, this was the one that he got it done.
Hung Real Low said my Nitrous Express banner arrived. Having some issue or something. We can get you taken care of, bro. Shoot me a message and we'll get you taken care of. Good morning, David. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, Kyle. How you doing? Chastity said in the comments, does Jimmy still need a car for the weekend? Chastity Baroni said that.
I think we're going to have 50 straights together, and Jimmy Dale, it should be announced here pretty quick. Jimmy Dale will be driving a small tire car in the 100K shootout this weekend.
Sweet. Jimmy Dale will be driving a small tire car in the 100K shootout this weekend. Y'all heard it here. May said stay tuned. They're going to announce it coming up. Does a 15-pound bottle give me more horsepower than a 10-pound bottle? No, they are capable of the same power. One just holds more nitrous. My rock star is right here, Jose. Cheers, homie. Oh, man. I cannot. I can't get this figured out. Sorry, guys. I'm a technical dork when it comes to this stuff. I have a picture of the call-out winner, but apparently I didn't upload it correctly. Sorry about that. That's my fault. I'll take that. Shout out to J.E. Burnell. Beautiful Nova. I'll get it shared on our story after this. The call-out was awesome. 16 badass small tire cars going at it. Couple all-wheel drives. Electric car, man, I can't wait for you guys to see the outcome and see how it went. Monday is Mondaying pretty hard. You're right about that, Shauna. Let's see if this picture. I got a picture here of Mitchell Hughes. Mitchell Hughes went down to Yellow Belly. Got himself the low ET bounty over the weekend on a hard tire. Hard tire killer right there. Mm. How about that? Let's talk about this. Big Stefco. Got the W in pinks. There's a lot of attention on that right now. I can't get it to go away. Oh, anyway, yeah, live show is probably not the most ideal today, guys, because I'm not the most technical.
Our technology guy's out today, and then yeah, I'm on the road. Brent's running on about.
For 15-pound bottles. Let's do it. Let's do it. Good morning, Dylan. I'm sorry, Poland. Every time you talk, the lag just kicks in and it makes us talk over each other, dude. I'm sorry.
You're all good, fam. You're good. I'm gonna get off of the live and just call you. So that's what I'm about to.
All right. Hi, buddy.
I'll just live show from the phone here.
Yeah, that's a little better. At least there's no lag now. We can actually have a conversation about stuff, and yeah. So anyway, let's hear about your weekend a little bit. Let's hear about y'all's weekend, and let's hear about where y'all were at.
So we went to Edgewater on Thursday to make a couple test laps with Charlie Brown and with 50 Shades of Brown. The Brown brothers. We're gonna call them the Brown brothers for future reference here. Charlie did okay. They found a few issues they're working out, trying to get ready for 100K. We noticed that it fouled out a spark plug or two, and then there was some water in the catch can. We drained it all. It didn't seem to be down on power by the data and everything, so we're like, all right. We load up, head over to Speed Promotions Ohio event, ran Friday, and got all the way down to the semifinals of Friday. And literally, as Tom is, I sent a video, but it's a horrible video, as Jimmy Dale, I should say, is backing up, the car starts smoking a little bit. Well, by the time he purges it, like Barrett is full-blown screaming at me, put him in the beams, put him in the beams. I turn around, and it is like somebody is mosquito spray repellent at the start line. You can't see shit. It's just, there's just smoke everywhere.
Oh, man.
There's so much smoke, you can't see anything. So I'm in the door at this point, and I yell at Jimmy Dale, I'm like, put this thing in the beams, and I was like, be prepared to drive it. If it lets the head, if something, oil, water, whatever, it's a possibility it's going underneath the tire. And he's like, I got you. So I shut the door. He ramrods it into the beams, ends up winning the semifinals with a blown head gasket. So we take it back over there. We start, basically turning it around. We had Tommy Hoskinson in the final, and we start turning it around. I pulled the plug on the radiator, start draining all the water on the ground. Jimmy Dale goes to have a conversation with Tommy, and pretty much tells Tommy, like, yo, dog, we can just split the money. I won't even take the beams. You'll be first in points. Yada, yada, yada. And Tommy's like, I'm assuming you already drained the block. And he's like, it's getting drained right now. If we're running it, I'm not going to take it easy on you type, situation. Well, we're going to run for it. And they decided to split the money. And they decided to split the money, and we go into Saturday. Well, with Saturday, we get a hold of Mark at A1 Auto Parts. The 50 Shades of Brown car got a 22-pound radiator cap on it. We're like, we're going to put a 7-pound radiator cap on it and just basically pour some stop leak in this thing and see if we can get through, because the head gasket was only leaking a little bit. Well, Jerry Bird was driving a Vega that's owned by Cody Sanders, and they were really struggling Friday running two cars, running the big tire car and the little gangster's car. So we went and asked Jerry Bird, hey, yo, bud, we're number 2 in points, and we really need a car to keep our point things going here. Is there any possibility we can drive the car? And Jerry, shout out Jerry Bird, because Jerry Bird pretty much said, if it helps you out, y'all take it. So we ended up racing this Vega on Saturday, which we lost first round because we just went way too fast. Tom let out at like 500 foot and still went a 24 on the drag.
Oh man.
So it was moving.
Yeah.
But we finished that day. Big John Solly won. Saturday's Little Gangsters, he won the 10K. He's sitting number 2 in points right now, 200 behind Tommy. And then Jimmy Dillon and Josh Finfrock, Tony McKinney's son, are tied for 3rd. So the points championship is it's real exciting on that aspect. Was happy for John because he's traveled the country racing Little Gangsters, and he's got a Nitrous car. He used to run quarter mile. It's so hard on the Nitrous car that he loves the Little Gangster stuff. So other than that, I mean, all the guys that all the big tire guys, your Murder Novas and your Seans and all these guys, they are spraying the house down with the Nitrous Express side of things. And I will tell you that Scott Taylor's car is fast and is really fast.
I like that. We like hearing that.
Yeah, so
Apparently people in the comments are still saying that our audio sucks and there's a bad echo. So that's great. I didn't want to cut you off while you were talking.
It was cutting up. It was real botchy when it was coming over my live, like over my deal. It was just real botchy. So
yeah,
I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, I tried. I disconnected the mics, reconnected them. Like I tried messing with everything on my end. So.
Well, and it's some of this I can't blame our tech guy solely on this. I was so tired when I woke up this morning and I had to crawl down a flight of stairs because our Airbnb is not in the best situation. Well, it's a nice Airbnb. I'm not saying that but the handicap
not
situation
very handicapped.
is not very
capable.
handicapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to crawl down some stairs at 5:30 this morning. Me and Jimmy Dell was arguing about some shit, and I totally spaced out and left my computer sitting at the top flight. I literally know where my computer is sitting at, and
it's all good, man. We're both running on minimal sleep too, so.
Oh yeah, I'm exhausted, dog. I'm tired, and then we expected the plan was like Monday and Tuesday we were just gonna kind of chill and everybody was gonna recuperate and rest, and then the head gasket decided to exit the chat and that all went out the window. So now it's just balls to the wall again. We plan to have the motor back Wednesday, back in the car Thursday morning, and test Thursday night, and then drive through the night to Bowling Green to be set up and ready to go for Friday and Saturday.
Well, let's go, boys. I wish y'all the best of luck. I know if anyone can do it, y'all will. So, yeah, same thing here, man. It was a crazy weekend. The call-out stuff was awesome. The pink stuff, just being involved and watching that whole thing kind of go down or whatever. Just being there, watching the racers and whatnot. Like, besides all the drama that's going around Facebook right now, it was a great time, man. The event was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, since we're here and we're talking about that, I've already had several people message me with pictures of you or asking how you were involved with the pink stuff. And I'll just talk for Brent on this aspect. The man ran the call out. He was helping the pink sky people because they didn't have any a staff or help there. He was kind of an extra hand on that aspect of it, but he did not make any rules, calls, anything like that. He was yelling at people to get into the lanes. That's basically the gist of what Brent had to do with pink. So, no, I can't answer your questions on what happened. No, I don't. I mean, I do know what happened, but it's not really my business to speak on. We had our whole court case deal last night. I will probably finish it up tonight. I think I've got to pretty much the bottom side of it. But on Brent's side of things, the call out was amazing. I think you'll see those comments around everywhere. There was no negativity, nothing on that side of the aspect. And the man didn't have anything to do with the pink steel. So stop messaging me. Stop messaging him. We ain't got shit to do with it.
Bro, I've had like 60 messages. It's insane. Anyway, yeah, I will address it later. I'll go on your guys' live later and I'll address it. I know it happened too. I mean, I have messages.
You're
I
going
have.
to be one of my witnesses tonight that I'm going to call to the stand. But
Yep.
regardless, that doesn't have anything to do with Nitrous Express. But we do know that Big Stephen went and ran over everybody in pinks. That is 100% a fact.
Nitrous Express power, baby. And then not only that, I could tell y'all Big Stefco was in the finals with the Nitrous Express powered small tire car in the call out. Like, big Nitrous Express when you talk to me. My opinion, I'll have to let you guys watch the show and see what happened. Stefco was not able to make a clean pass in the finals. Otherwise, I think he had it. That's just my opinion.
Stephen is one of the top 3 baddest dudes in the country when it comes to nitrous. And if you don't like what I said, do something about it.
Amen.
That man got cars from 650 to, I'm not even going to say the other numbers. You can get the business.
There's a couple.
Guaranteed.
It's a couple lower numbers than that.
Yeah, a couple numbers lower than that. But if you don't like what I just said, do something about it, because I guarantee you will oblige with that. Stephen will be happy to take your money or your car or your house or your old lady, whatever it is.
I don't think he's taking the old lady. I don't know about that, but he got to draw the line somewhere.
Aline, if you're watching this, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I meant the Men in Black the little flash thing. We're just gonna forget that.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Oh man, so you guys are getting ready for Bowling Green this weekend. So the rain messed you guys up a little bit this last weekend, didn't you say that? It got both of us.
Yeah, it was. The rain was kind of spotty. Friday night, we were on a rain delay a couple of times, and then Saturday, it was like 90% chance of rain on Saturday, which it only sprinkled like one time. But it did affect car count. We had some guys that were raced Friday that left Saturday because of they left Friday night and said they weren't going to race, weren't going to hang around for Saturday because of the chances of rain. So
yeah,
car count and all of that was down a little bit. I think we were battling the rain more than anything.
Yeah.
Because, we're in the middle of Ohio, like where we raced at in Ohio. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. So everybody's got to drive 4 to 6 hours. If you look at a radar and there's 90% chance of rain, pretty good chance you're not leaving the house that day.
I'm sure you get the same messages I get, so we got to come up with an answer here. So the messages we get all the time, what are we going to do about the chance of rain? What are we going to do about this? Well, Paul, and who do we call? Who are we supposed to call and ask? Hey guys, like, hey Jeebus, can you make it not rain? Can you hold the rain, please? Like, I'm sure you got just as many messages as I did. Hey man, it's raining. What are we gonna do?
We don't have any control over that. We do what we can do. I've always kind of said, a lot of people don't even understand the whole how the chance of rain works. If you have 1,000 square foot of space, right? And it says it's going to rain 25% of that 1,000 square foot of space. Well, that doesn't mean that the whole 1,000 foot is going to get rained on. That's just 25% of that 1,000 foot could possibility of getting rain.
Yep.
So there's a lot of stuff that people don't understand. A lot of that aspect and the things that go on. Like there's a 90% chance of rain in Columbus this weekend in Ohio. It sprinkled one time and shut us down for 5 minutes all day long.
Yep.
You leave the track and drive 3 miles up the road and everything is soaking wet. Roads are soaking wet. Cars are soaking wet. Like
it's
no
flooding.
doubt it rained, but it just didn't rain where we were at.
I tell them I had a perfect answer for a few people that had messaged me. They're like, hey man, it's 30% chance of rain on Friday. And I said, sounds like it's 70% chance it's not going to rain.
70% chance it's not going to rain. We were talking to Murder Nova and Ryan on the starting line, and pretty much that exact same conversation was had. Like somebody said something about 20% chance of rain, and Murder Nova was like, I'm not like the most gambling person on the planet, but 80% is better than 20% if you ask me.
Yep. You're polling for the new weatherman. Oh, crap. Well, I'm going to ask a quick question real quick. So while we're still bullshitting, they could do a little research and get themselves a new pair of glasses. Today should be a pretty easy one because my brain is just not braining, and I legit picked an easy one. So I just want the part number for our 6 a.m. Extreme Purge. First 2 correct answers will get a pair of glasses, and make sure to share it to your Facebook profile or whatever social media you have. But we want to make sure that you did share it. So 6 a.m. Extreme Purge, which That's what I tell my kids. That's how clouds are made. This is how the weather starts. This is how we get them big thunderstorms. You see them nitrous cars purging into the atmosphere? That's starting a thunderstorm, baby. So,
And when there's thunder, there's lightning.
grease lightning. Oh, man. What time are you guys doing your finishing up your live tonight? No, they're not prescription.
It'll probably be after dinner sometime. So Barrett's old lady is in town. Goldie's in town. And it's been like the most fantastic thing ever because we've been waking up to home-cooked breakfasts. We get home-cooked dinners. Like, it's a little bit of peace, and we're not eating Chipotle or McDonald's or Taco Bell or the 3 places that Jimmy Dale will eat repeatedly for the rest of his freaking life.
Oh, man. I get it. I know how that goes. So.
Yeah, but I was actually looking. I got a tracker on my phone. Let's see. See how far. Since May 16th, I have been 4,600 miles.
Holy crap.
Pretty.
That's pretty good. I don't think I want one of those trackers.
No, it's when you look at it, it's actually kind of funny because I can zoom in and it shows exactly everywhere that I've been. So you zoom into the racetracks and it looks like a 4-year-old took a crayon and was just like rage scribbled all over the screen.
Oh, man. Remember, guys, I'm giving away a pair of Nitrous Express glasses. I don't have a pair in here. That's insane.
If y'all don't answer it, I'm going to. I need a new pair of glasses.
Man, this is the easiest one yet, too. All I'm asking for is the part number for the 6 a.m. Extreme Purge. Oh, I got one. We got an answer correct.
Who? What's his name?
I can't tell you yet because I don't want to give it away for anybody else. Kind of gives it away. He's the only one that answered. Shauna Nix and John Hurt.
Come on.
Yeah. Send me your addresses, guys. Please shoot them to my personal messenger, and I'll get those on the way today. Shoot them to my PM. Make sure you share it to your profile, though. I'm gonna make sure. What's up, TJ? I had a great time hanging out. Dude, their always send it bug was insane.
I seen the video they posted this morning. It was actually pretty funny.
Did you see the video of them doing donuts and then they broke their transmission?
Yeah, I seen you were like, guys, you can't do that.
Oh, yeah, I was just being a goofball, but yeah.
Yeah.
I said, hey guys, I'm going to come over here and watch. And then after you're done, in case any of my bosses for the weekend said, hey, did you tell them to knock it off? Can you guys, knock it off, guys. You got to stop that after they were done. So at least I did tell you to stop after you were done.
I told you to stop, man.
Yep. Yeah, it is kind of echoing, Todd, but it's because we've had some technical difficulties this morning, and this is the best that we have come up with. It's Connor's fault. I'm going to blame it all on Connor. Yeah. I even though some of it's my fault, we're going to still blame it all on Connor. So, but it was a good time, man, hanging out. I've never been to Rockingham. That was my first time ever at that track. It's a really awesome facility, great track. They got a big old rock on the starting line. You see those pictures?
I did not see those.
I'll send you one. So it's because the track's called The Rock, and I guess they have a big old. It's got a big old boulder right by the starting line. Well, not a big boulder, but a good-sized rock by the starting line or whatever. And it was kind of awkward until you kind of ask and you hear the story about it. And, hear that the track's called The Rock and whatnot. It's pretty cool. We got a big old NASCAR track right across the street. They were having a drift event while we were doing drag racing stuff, so it was cool. It was a good time. A lot of the Texas boys definitely came and showed out. Man, Wayland, Wyatt Ruthart, the truck, I can't give the details of what happened, but that thing is rolling, bro. That's all I'll say. He was definitely on a mission this weekend. That truck is nasty. No, they did good. Their whole team. All the Texas boys actually did pretty good.
Yeah, the truck, I think they're finally starting to put some power to it. because you got to remember White is, I think, 17.
Yeah.
He just started driving like at the end of last year, so he kind of went like probably from not going very fast to like I think some of his first passes were mid-5 passes, and now they're really starting to pour the power to that thing.
Yep. Yeah, they are. I mean, their whole camp, the whole Botello camp, they got some killers. But I think I give props to that truck because, like you said, he's 16, 17 years old, wheeling a truck that, like, I mean, there's people that work their whole lives. I mean, I almost slipped up and said someone's name right now on the live show. I can't be saying that, but there are some people that are extremely scared to race, and they won't race, and they're full-grown adults. And then you got a 16-year-old kid that sends it down the same surface having the time of his life.
Well, and that kid will go down a street or just about anything. He just loves the sport and loves racing. And like Waylon, Ruthart, and Wyatt, both of them, the father and son combo over there, either one of them will get in that thing and drive the wheels off of it. And don't even, all you got to do is look at them, and they're about it. They're like, you got action.
It wasn't you, Jose. I wasn't talking about you. There's some issues and some things that happened over the weekend and just really changed my opinion of some people. So, other than that, man, I still think it was good. If y'all had anything y'all did over the weekend, mud truck racing, man, it don't matter. I seen a few mud trucks over the weekend that were there on display. It runs some Nitrous Express, so send us what you got, man. I know y'all got some cool stuff y'all did over the weekend. We did a Power Wheels race there too. It was awesome.
Y'all have a bunch of kids?
Yeah, it was a lot of Power Wheels kids there. It was cool. Troy, I will have a YouTube video hopefully posted by tonight. So, but yeah, the Power Wheel stuff is insane. Those things are fast, bro. I could not believe it. Those things are insane.
If I told you, you know John, right? John Herring?
Yeah.
His son Parker's the red one that we showed on the lab before.
Yeah.
They're a couple numbers off from beating the world record.
Dude, it's insane how fast those things go. And like,
I forgot what the numbers are. I don't even want to say, like, because I'm probably so far off, I don't remember what it was. But those things are going, like, ridiculous to the 60-foot.
they really are. Watching them, I was like, dude, and it's funny because the kiddos got these big old helmets. It makes their small bodies, and the helmets just look huge on them.
They look like bobbleheads.
So, especially when they launch and they take off, bro, and their heads all, like, moving around, and, like, oh, dude, it's just funny and cute to watch because they're still hauling butt. So,
y'all better put some neck restraints on them kids.
Yep. Yeah, they need a Hans device. They're going to get whiplash. So, I don't know if Power Wheels are affected by sand on the track. I have no idea. I never saw any sand on the track once we started racing, so I don't know what all that speculation's about. The surface seemed pretty good to me. The rain came and washed all the sand off. Finished my nitrous motor this weekend. I can't wait. That's awesome. Berto said, "What's up with the Fox body?" Just chilling in the garage, big homie, waiting for me to dig her out one day. One day soon.
Soon, young grasshopper, soon.
Soon, young grasshopper. Hey, so Shannon Poole was the old host of the call out, and he was there helping me host this call out. He's a racer as well, and I guess he's finishing up a nitrous powered Chevelle, small tire car, and I guess on the call out show, he's 32-0. He's won 32 races in a row. Has never lost on the call-out show back in the day when it was a show back in the day. So I grabbed the microphone and I called old boy out and said, "We finna make you 32-1, old son." So that'd be kind of cool. That'd be fun, man. We gonna get that in on one of the next shows. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Have the two hosts race each other. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. And I gotta give a shout out to my boy. Jack Stan Jimmy, sick week starts today, and Jack Stan's fixing to run off on this cheap car challenge. Nitrous for life.
Nitrous for life, baby. Let's go.
Just letting y'all know, damn lumber flap or lumber jack or whatever the hell they call that thing. I'm going to call it lumber flap. That sounds better.
It's called flapjack, I thought.
Yeah, we're going to call it flapjack. Oh, flapjack, and then that damn Mad Max looking Mustang they got over there, them dang turbo things. They ain't got nothing for that Nitrous Express dang 240. I'm telling you what.
Come on.
I talked to Jack Stan this morning. He said they ain't nobody safe.
Ain't nobody safe. I like that. Yeah, that cheap car challenge is pretty cool. There was a race amongst social media stars at this race too. They did a Canada versus America race. That was pretty cool. You got the Sean, the what no way guy versus Justin Nunley and his little S10. That was pretty fun to kind of watch all that go down. Unfortunately, the Sean had some issues, and like I said, y'all just gonna have to wait and watch the show. But it was fun to kind of watch that go down in the background. Them Canadians is just like they are in South Park, running around. Sorry. It was funny. Carburetors and nitrous, baby. I like that. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
That's what Jesus ran on his car.
The Lord's power adder.
Yeah, if Jesus was racing, he had a dang carburetor and some nitrous. I'm telling you what.
Yep. All right, boys. Well, I'm about to jump off the live here. I'm going to make sure Shauna and John shared the links to the purge. We got some work to do to get caught up on. Hit me for all your Nitrous Express needs. If you've been sending polling messages, shoot them my way. I'll get you taken care of. I'm in the office
I was
this
going to
week.
I had a few messages that came over the weekend, and I was running the Little Gangsters class and all of that. I'm going back through them today. Literally this morning, that's what I've been doing. I've already sent Brent a couple things. But if you haven't heard back from me and you're watching this, holler at me, holler at Brent. We'll get you taken care of. We're all racing, trying to have the best, make the best showing for everybody involved here. So
We're trying to keep racing alive, man. Give you guys options, you know. So if I was everybody out there, there's a lot of, one thing I will say, there's a lot of people that are like divided, right? And if y'all spent less time worrying about being divided and more time about how to bring everybody together, I think this sport would be amazing.
1,000%. And that's, I mean, piggybacking off of that, how do I want to say that? If you gotta put other people down to make yourself feel better, it tells us everything that we need to know.
Glory. So with that, we're gonna end on that. Remember, buy nitrous